Hey guys, so I've been picking up some things over the last couple weeks I wanted to show you with a couple kind of points to this. First of all, I blame several of you for this, for these pickups in a very good way. So I blame you. Thank you. Just I love watching content because you learn about things that you don't know about, or just uh, maybe things you've seen, but just I don't know. You've seen them, but they pass through and you don't think about them again. But there are other times you see them and they just, man, they really grab you, and I want to get one of those. And so some of the stuff that I picked up is purely your fault, and again, thank you. The other thing I wanted to just kind of mention in this though is that most of the pickups that I'm going to show you are of a player that I love to collect, Manny Sanguian. One of the things that I enjoy about collecting Sanguian is that it's very budget friendly. I'm working on this Hall of Fame binder. This is my big project. I've got some really cool things to show you about that over the next. I've got another video planned. I'll probably put it out today or tomorrow about my Hall of Fame binder. Some really neat progress, but also just some changes I've made. Nothing drastic, but um, so, so anyway, so I've got that project going on, and I've kind of gotten down to the end where most of the cards are pricier, and so I don't have a lot of wiggle room in my budget. And so if I collect a player that I really like, Manny Sanguian, then I can pick up some of these other cards that are really cool cards and nice things to have in my collection, but they're less expensive than if he were, say, a Hall of Famer. And so I just wanted to. That's just been a really nice thing for me, and I know I'm not the only guy who does that. I just enjoy. I actually really enjoy watching videos of other people who do the same thing. And so, anyway, enough of that. Let me show you some cards, and then we'll wrap it up. And well, we'll see you on the next one. All right, let me start with my only non-Sanguian card that I'm going to show you. This is I've had a couple of different people show this card. The brothers that played for the Pirates back in '54 love this card. Um, Picked it up actually with a small lot off of eBay, so that's pretty cool. I've shown these before. These are uh, my Manny Sanguian, the Italy ones. Of course, the fronts look the same, but the backs are all different. So I've got 3 different backs for those. I show you those. As I said, I've shown those before, but I did that, and I blame John Mangini for this one. Well, of course, he showed the Italy one as well, but then he showed this one, and I thought, man, I want to get the. I'm a Pepsi drinker anyway. That's my pop of choice, and so getting the Pepsi Cola. Of course, it's got it in the glove and everything. So found that on eBay. Was pretty thrilled with that. So picked that up. This is the 75 of Manny Sanguian. Again, I've shown that one before, but I show you that one to show you this one. This is not the same. This is an O-Pee-Chee, and I blame Rob over at Cash Cards, Rob Cash Cards, for this one. You can see the difference on the backs of those. The color difference, of course, also the French, but the fronts look pretty similar, slightly different color, but I'm not sure if that's just a printing thing or if they're all like that. And then as long as I'm showing the 75, I think I have Dylan over Double D to blame for this one. He loves these minis, and I've been looking for a mini, and I just couldn't find one that I liked. And I realize this one isn't perfectly centered, but so many of these are really bad, and I think it kind of jumps out on these 75s anyway. And so I've been looking to pick up a mini and finally did that. This is Sanguian in '77 when he played for the A's. And actually, let me take these down because I want to show you these side by side. I got an O-Pee-Chee in the 77 as well, but and I don't know how often they did this. The image is different. It's a different picture. Now this one looks like they took a picture and gave it to a kid and had him color in the A's colors on his jersey. And I honestly laughed the first time I saw it. Of course, the back is different again, but the front image, that one honestly surprised me. I didn't, when I was looking for his O-Pee-Chee one, and I don't know. Again, I don't know a lot about these, and so I don't know if the O-Pee-Chee cards are often like this, or if this is kind of a rare thing. The O-Pee-Chees that I've seen, they've all been the same image. But anyway, so for Sanguian, for some reason in 77, his O-Pee-Chee and his Topps card they're different images. As long as I'm showing Sanguian, another excuse to show his rookie card. I did not pick up an O-Pee-Chee of this. I picked up the Venny. And that, folks, is my first Venny. Super excited about this one. Of course, got the tears in the top. I commented on somebody's post one time. I said, "Is it even a Venny if it doesn't have paper loss on the back?" I'm not sure that it is. But again, very different looking cards. Like the picture, of course, is the same, but the colors, the borders, and all that. The Topps version, the printed in the U.S. version, is much brighter. And this one, I have John over at Nerding Out with Cards and Jay to blame for this one. Jay, Average Vintage Collector. They both recently showed. Now, a lot of people showed the Vennies, but they recently showed ones that were players who were not Hall of Famers, and it just kind of made me think, well, you know what? I don't need to look for a Hall of Famer. Just get a Sanguian. The problem is that's his rookie card, and so it was a little bit pricier than it would have been otherwise. The only other Venny I could find was actually the one from 77, and I didn't really want to get a 77. I didn't want my first Venny to be a Manny Sanguian playing for the A's. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Just some exciting pickups for me to add to my Sanguian collection. A big thanks to all of you who have influenced me so much. And we'll see you again. I've got another video planned. I want to talk about my Hall of Fame binder and just some updates to that. So anyway, that's it for today, or at least for now, and we'll talk to you later.